All right, today's treat is a nice signature series by Microtech. So this one I got used and have an interesting story, but let me show you something. So I overpaid for this bad boy. This smoking pipe will make sense in a minute. As a user, they weren't made anymore, still aren't made. There won't be any more Ultratechs for the foreseeable future that have something reminiscent to that. And so perhaps you could find this a little familiar for the knife enthusiast. Yes, that's the remnant of a Hellhound blade. So when I got this, it was heavily used and dull. So what I did, the natural thing, used all my glorious skills to sharpen said blade. Now, this section here has an angle that can be sharpened. This section here is nigh impossible to sharpen. So what did I do? I broke it. I made a pipe tamper out of the Hellhound blade and then sent this into Microtech to get the blade replaced. So this has a brand new blade. Now, why did I do it that way? Well, I didn't want a sharpened version of a gnawed on blade. And you can see how much gnawing I did to try and get this thing to take an angle. It would not do it. It would not get sharp. It was impossible. And so I just gave up, broke it, sent it in, paid for another one. And that's the story behind this Ultratech with the Hellhound blade. I remember seeing this blade when I was much younger at Smoky Mountain Knife Works and thinking, that is the baddest looking knife I have ever seen. That's some crazy futuristic samurai looking stuff. And to this day, it still has that feel, no doubt about it. Now, with the Signature series, it has some oddities. They don't have, the boxes don't necessarily have serial numbers sometimes, so it's kind of odd. And the blade, if you'll notice, is blank. So there are some oddities with it. This came with the Hellhound blade, and it has the, what is that, the bronze finish with the carbon fiber top and the standard chassis. So this is definitely a pricey mug, especially now with the new blade. But the nice thing about an Ultratech is it's a great size, they're very lightweight, very snappy, and as is really, really important with any OTF is the actual blade length to handle length is an appropriate ratio. The closer you can get 1-to-1 to a blade length and a handle length, the better the knife looks and feels in the hand. So this has really good dimensionality, an excellent ratio of blade to handle. Very reliable. I've had multiple Ultratechs of different blade shapes, and they're all very good. And the service from Microtech is good as well. So I've enjoyed it. Can't find these anymore except in the larger, more expensive knives, the bigger chassis. But back in the day, you used to be able to get an entry-level Ultratech with the Hellhound blade. It was still a pretty penny back then. I think these were around $500 new with the Hellhound blade. So pretty rare, definitely worth talking about and reviewing. If you want to get an Ultratech, I'd certainly recommend it. Still one of the best in the original sort of mass-produced OTF out there. And still an excellent blade, very snappy. And this thing's old, still very snappy. So there you go. Just a brief review of a Microtech Ultratech. I'm sure there's lots out there, but it is nice for you to be able to see a Hellhound blade, which you don't see that very often anymore. So there you go. Stop what you're doing. Guys, thanks for watching the video so far. Would you mind going to Amazon and supporting the channel and my business by getting McMurtry's EDC oil? I worked with AMSOIL engineers to actually develop a very slick, penetrating oil that was excellent for knife lube. It doesn't goop up. You can use it in guns. You can use it in anything that you want. It is a pure synthetic oil from AMSOIL that we make exclusively for you, the knife community. So if you would mind, check it out. Amazon, it's $10. Get it shipped to your house. It's very convenient. I know you'll love it. Check it out. McMurtry's EDC oil. Stay sharp.
So, what do you do for a living?
I lift things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I lift things up and put them down.
Okay, here's the strength circuit.
I lift things up and put them down. Over here, I lift things up and put them down.
Touch nigga, can't you see? G, Nate, man, 'cause me, I'm gonna